Burn, bitch, burn. Alright. It doesn't take me anywhere near that long to take care of those guys anymore, so this will be a interesting experience trying to get used to being so weak again. Luckily it won't be for long. And these steps up to the Greybeards actually were a lot longer than I expected them to be. It was a little crazy how long these steps go. It doesn't really surprise me that other fool didn't want to go up there. So I'm actually on a mission now that that I can put stuff in the chest for the Greybeards, and I've done a mission for this guy. Probably go ahead and do it, even though I probably won't turn it in. It doesn't really matter. And I actually do most of my walking in the sneak mode. You do walk a little bit slower, but you level up sneaking pretty quickly this way. I think I'm in the 80s now with my sneak, and the main reason I do it is because it's just a faster way to know when somebody's about to come at you, because you start seeing the eye open a little bit. When you're at a high enough level of sneak, you usually get a pretty good warning, and then you just have to find the guy and you'll go hidden again pretty quickly if you stop moving, and just gives you time to find out instead of having to find out the hard way. Right, this is just some dude walking up.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
Did you hear the Greybeard's call?
I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means. I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way. They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation. Until next time.
You see how bad my sneak and stuff is now, and you'll look at the bottom percentage right here, and it tells you what your percentage of stealing it is. Right now I have a 50% chance, 57% chance to steal. I haven't saved it recent enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and save it, just because if I get caught, I'd rather load the game than.
Get away from me.
And right there, I just got away with it. I don't really care about his bow. Now the other thing you got to be careful of when you steal, you can't usually sell the item. So usually you want to kind of, well, let's read this tablet first. Emblem 2. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. Looks like I might have missed one. I can't remember for sure. Sorry about that. But yeah, something I found out the hard way is you can't sell the things you steal. When I hear you're able to, there's actually a perk to do it too. Let me show you what that one is. I think it's under the talk or the speech one. And not sneak. We call it something specific, and I don't want to tell you wrong. Fence. Can barter stolen goods with any merchant you have invested in, and the invest in is the one actually right before that. Investor can invest 500 gold with a shopkeeper to increase his available gold permanently. This is probably a track I'll be going up soon, just because I'm having issues now being able to sell all my stuff. I have to go to 4 different towns when I clear a dungeon just to sell everything I have that I want to get rid of. But enough of that tangent. So I've gotten to where now that I have a house, and half the reason I bought the house was to store all my stolen shit in it. That's a bear, so I better save. Bears are pretty tough at this level. So yeah, I've got a whole crap load of stolen goods that I've just kind of waiting until I do the Thieves Guild mission, which is when you're supposed to be able to get in touch with a guy that does the fencing for you. Where'd that damn map? Oh shit. As you can tell, I'm doing next to no damage right now, which is realistically why I never used the bow and arrow in the first place to begin with. But I found out that if you do certain things with it, such as build up your sneak and build up your archery, you can actually get to where you're doing quite a bit of damage to these guys. Especially if you do it while you're hidden, you can get a like ×3 multiplier if you unlock the perk. I guess I got lucky here. He got stuck behind a rock. So I'm just gonna keep throwing arrows into him. Level up that archery. Oh shit, man, he's gotten smart. Alright. So yes, this is something I definitely suggest doing much earlier in the game. Going ahead and working on your sneaking, your pickpocketing, and pickpocketing you can actually get pretty built up pretty high pretty quickly. Something that I was doing once I got my pickpocketing up a little bit was the more like jewels, the high value jewels you steal, when you're able to actually get those, you level up almost instantly until you get really high, of course. Oh hell, damn snow wisp thing. Can't remember what they're called. Ice Wraith. I'm not hitting him at all. I don't know. That's really good. Try to eat some food real quick and heal up. I don't know if I have anything decent health-wise. Good enough. Alright. Realize I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm just kind of trying to, as I go through this boring part of the journey, it's not really that interesting going up here and you fight like a few guys up along the way, like I've shown you, and it's kind of a little dry, so I figured I'd go ahead and explain about what I've been doing and where I've gotten. That way we can just enjoy the game once we get to the back to my good save. But with the pickpocketing again, you do the... Hold on, there's another story thing up here. Damn it. Okay. Emblem 3. The fledgling spirit of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices, but the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. But anyway, once you start getting your... And I would suggest waiting until your pickpocketing and sneaking is pretty high. But once you start doing that, if you go through and start finding all these people that'll train you every level, start just have a good amount of money saved up. I think this is just a person at the next stop, but I'll... No. I want to save just to make sure that I don't die and have to start over. Get yourself a couple thousand in gold is good. And you can go to these people and have them train, and once you have your sneak up high enough and pickpocketing up high enough, there's a couple of things to get before I would try this. But it worked out really well for me once I did it. Once you start getting your pickpocketing up, you got a night thief right here, which is just the second item, which adds a 25% chance to pickpocket if the target is asleep. And then this is a 5-level tier where it just increases your odds of being able to pickpocket things. So I would do get these two things up pretty high, and then get to this cut purse, which allows 50% easier for gold. And I love this one too. This one helps me a lot. But anyway, so once you have these 3 items and get this one up to like level 2 or 3 on your light fingers,